Oh, hey Carl, what are you working on there?
I'm making a quilt.
Making a quilt? You know, we have Patchwork. We could just play that instead.
What's patchwork?
Patchwork is the newest game from designer Uwe Rosenberg. Now, this is a game for two players. It's only a two-player game, so think of it like a card game or something like that, because maybe that'll help you sleep better. The idea of this game revolves around creating a quilt, and creating a better quilt than the person across the table from you. And you're all working with the same idea here, but it all runs on a sort of a timer. It's not really a timer, but it kind of works like a timer. And as you go, you're getting these pieces to make your quilt better and better and better. Carl, you explain. You tell it better than I. How do you play this game?
Well, there's this board in the middle, and the two players are represented by these two things, and they go down this board like this. Now, what happens is that there's all these pieces around the board, and there's this place marker here, and wherever the place marker is, you have to select from the three pieces in front of it. So I choose this one, and so I move this over here, and I purchase it with these buttons here. I bought it for 2. And so now I put it here. Yes, it fits. And right here with the timer thing, it tells me to move 2 spaces up. So, 1, 2. And now, you know, the other player does the same thing. And they pick between the top 3 right here. And he picks this one like that. And it's like, oh, I bought that for, whoa, a lot. And then he moves up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you pass the button, then you look at your board and you count the number of buttons that are on there. And that's how many buttons you get. Woo! Money, 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 money. Buttons, rather. And then you just keep playing until finally somebody has 7 by 7. 7 by 7. Of course, this isn't it. But once you get 7 by 7, you get the special piece, gives you extra points. And you continue playing like this until both of the players have come to the center. Oh, I forgot to mention these. When you pass these, this is a filler quilt thing. You can fill in those empty spaces that you have, so that you can make a perfect quilt. In any case, yeah, so when you finish and get to the bottom of this thing, into the middle, the game is over. And then you count the number of buttons that you'll actually have. Buttons, buttons, buttons. And you subtract it by how many spaces do you have left in your quilt space that are empty. Those spaces times 2 minus the number of buttons. Could be a negative number or whatever, but whoever has the highest number wins. So, Jaysen, tell us a little about the design and theme of this game.
Oh, the design of this game is astounding. The timer system works perfectly. If ever you run out of money, and let's say you're 4 places behind your fellow person, you can move the number of space it takes to be 1 ahead of them, and suddenly you get that many coins and you're back in the game. There's never a moment that stalls. Moving around this is so seamless. You start to get these strategies. But I know I need this, so how can I make sure that they don't get it, but I have enough money to get it? And you claw at your hair trying to make sure that you can get it. And that every piece is so beautifully designed. The artwork is just perfect. You never run out of pieces as you're playing because it all works so well. It doesn't matter what random assortment of things you put on the table and how you lay them out, because everything is so well built that you're never going to run out, and everybody's always going to be vying for those perfect pieces, those long pieces. Everybody wants those little pieces on the board that fill in that one spot, and oh, when you don't get it, you just can't even deal. It's a game about quilting, yes, but there is so much strategy and wonderfulness and beautiful art, and it's quick to play. It's only about 15 to 20 minutes to play a game of this, and as soon as you finish, you want to play it again, and that is just so freaking good, but I'm getting dizzy, so let's stop and talk about what we think about this game. So, now that we've stopped spinning and I've calmed down, I can honestly say the only thing I don't like about Patchwork is that it's only 2 players. I wish I could share this game with a group of 3, 4, or 5 players, and I think it would move just as fast. I think all you really need to make that happen is a bigger board, a couple more wooden pieces that are different colors, and more patchworky goodness. I don't think it'd be that hard, and I would love to play with more players. What, are you eating buttons? What are your thoughts? Did you eat a button? Is there a
I
button
think
in your
it's
mouth?
a fun game. It's I mean, I like it.
You like it?
I mean, I think it'd be cool if it was more players too. Other than that, I mean, it's interesting how you can flip this board and play it with this too, and this looks more like what normally you would see.
And it's really purely aesthetic. Or at least so far that I've seen.
I mean, it's a puzzle game, really. It's like, Tetris-y. Except you're saying it's, patchwork. It's like, quilty.
Yeah.
Buttons.
I mean, it's pretty crazy because we didn't show you this, but even as we were setting up for this video, we started putting pieces together on the board, and you get caught up just trying to get them all to fit, and we're not even playing a game, and we get caught up trying to get them. Like, Carl right now is sitting over there trying to get them to fit perfectly. It's just a game that lends itself to being, picked up and played with. You could play this easily with someone who's never played a board game before, and just the way that it's built just has this natural, I just want to make it work. And that's and now there's patchwork all over the floor. And that's really exciting that it's so intuitive and so easy to jump into, right?
Patchwork. It is.
Right?
Patchwork.
I mean, I think it's also a theme that's really fun because people hear board games and they think one of two things. They think Monopoly and those kind of games, or they think things like, Dungeons and Dragons. So when you have your friends over and they're maybe not huge board game people, and they're like, well, what's this board game thing you're into? And you're like, well, we're going to play a game about quilting. It sounds pretty crazy, but it knocks them off their guard a little bit, and I think that's great, which is why it'd be great if it were more than 2 players. I will gladly take an expansion that makes it more than 2 players. Oh my god. If you lose that up your nose, I'm going to cry.
It's too big.
So, what do you say?
I would play it, and then because we own it, I like to play it when we play it, but I don't know if I would buy it. But I like it because it's different from everything else that we have. It's, so puzzle-based, and it's very simple. It's, it doesn't have all these different rules. It's very simple. Yeah. I could see this as a, game on your iPad or something.
Yeah. I say buy it, but that's because I freaking love it.
But how much was it?
It was $25.
Oh, Jesus. No, I wouldn't buy it. Not for $25.
Although I did get it cheaper. I got it for $20, which is pretty exciting.
Oh, $20.
But here's what I'll say. It is a really great
15,
game.
Maybe.
It is a really great game for if you need something to kind of cool down after playing something crazy like Terra Mystica or Dead of Winter or something that takes hours and makes you go crazy. It's a really nice cool down game, or it's a really nice warm-up game. I say buy it. I love it. If you can't tell from my enthusiasm, I love this game. I love how fast it is to play. I love that it takes 15 minutes to play. I love that the currency is freaking buttons. What? It's so cute. And now you can wear buttons. When we couldn't have done that before. So maybe play it if you're questionable about the theme, but I say buy it. Carl says play it. And that is our verdict on Patchwork. We did a really short video this week, but we're probably going to do another short video later in the week, so look out for that. We're really excited about doing this. I also wanted to throw this out because this has come up actually a couple times this week. If you are someone who's making a game or kickstarting a game or is a game designer, we would love to review your game. And I know we're really new to this, but we are all in. We're really excited about board games, and we'd love to do a review for you. And please get in contact with us.
Absolutely.
This is at carlkaholi on Twitter, and I am at KukaMangaCat on Twitter, and you can, of course, contact us there. At KukaMangaCat. I'll put that in the description, and I'll put it here. I know I heard from a couple people that it was too low and you couldn't see it, so I apologize for that. I will fix that. And
2014.
Yeah, it just came out. Very new. You can check out our blogs. I'll put links to those as well. Let us know what games we should be playing, what games you'd like to see a review on.
What's the company?
It is made by Lookout Games? Mayfair Games. Oh.
Mayfair Games.
Mayfair Games. And you know what? We'll see you next week. Bloop, bloop.